The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the USC Trojans offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivered.
The expressway is wide open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
The defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it first and 10 just outside the 40. Right back to the well. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dances away to buy time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and they're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And you can tell when QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me.
Got some room in to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Aggies offense will go to work for the first time today. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2-star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes out on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They're like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And now you just completely flipped how I play defense. I'm not really worried about the quarterback running the football.
And they got him for the sack.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable on second down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Drills him with the stiff arm. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This Utah State offense has it going. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
As a quarterback, he's got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Takes the handoff. It's Marks. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm... Okay, so give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Got his man quickly. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots. All game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Quarterback will audible. They'll go back to the air on second down. This time it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime. So you keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He'll take it himself. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, USC.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Second down coming up. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Utah State up-tempo. Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lane. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. On the return, it's Branch. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair... But every yardage you can and help out the offense. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Going to the ground. And the Trojans get it past the sticks.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They go to the ground. Every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It would.
And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies, and give this quarterback a chance.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Didn't get anything on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse, there hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Pulls it in. It's Lane. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. There's a timeout called as this offense tries. Draw a little closer.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Going up top on first down. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Aggies headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker.
It's hard to run a route or get lost through the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job. outstanding. I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the quick game. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And that one's way too far for everybody. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. Lowers those pads. They will score. Touchdown, Utah State.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense
holds it in on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. Running back searching for a hole. Across the 25, he's got room. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. And as time runs out here in the 2nd quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, we've been looking forward to this one all week. A fun start to things in L.A. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. In a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Utah State up-tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for the big play. Oh, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Power football with the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Neutrals on infraction. Defense.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral. The offense will pick up the 5. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Illegal back. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll try the run, and they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Pounding. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the 3-yard pick. Line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. A 3rd down try for the offense. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He caught it. Touchdown, Trojans. And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Houston. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard.
And here's the third interception of the night. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll give it to him again. At the 35, he's open. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The running back has it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
In the red area, it's Peterson. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Easy. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown USC! And the punishment has been extended.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. I'm talking to them. They felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And the extra point is good. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And return here, they'll start this drive at their own 25. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would...
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.